Harry and Meghan's relationship with the royal family is known to be incredibly strained at the moment in the wake of their explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey. The Duke of Sussex has repeatedly revealed new details about his misery as a working royal too, and recently said he found London quite triggering, because he associated it with memories of his mother, Princess Diana. Early into their married life, the couple also relocated to Windsor's Frogmore Cottage. They even spent £2.4 million of taxpayer money renovating the old property, although they have since paid this back. The Sussexes have since settled in California, Meghan's home state, and Harry has only visited the UK once since March 2020. Yet, the two started off their marriage by paying homage to the most famous occupant of one of London's most well-known landmarks, Princess Diana, who lived in Kensington Palace. Harry's late mother is described as Kensington's most famous resident, in the Channel 5 documentary, Kensington Palace, Behind Closed Doors, which also notes how one of her iconic outfits is always on display to the public in the palace. Diana was known to love London, and chose to continue living in Kensington Palace throughout her marriage and even after her divorce from Prince Charles. One of her favourite locations of the royal estate was the sunken gardens, where she would reportedly go to seek quiet solace. Speaking to Channel 5, Graham Dillamore, the palace's gardens and estates manager, said, "I'll always remember meeting Princess Diana in the garden here. She always popped by, she would sometimes be on a jog, I think she even tried rollerblading once, which didn't work too well." Explaining how Diana would play with her sons here, he continued, "The two boys were here, very little at the time, and they would come out and terrorize us in the garden or throw stones in the pond." In a touching tribute to his mother, Harry then chose to take his engagement photographs at Kensington Palace, in the sunken gardens, in November 2017. Mr. Dillamore said, "It was fantastic that they chose the sunken gardens as a location to make that announcement and have all their press photographs. Especially for some of us who remember Harry as a young child throwing stones or feeding fish. And here he was, a great young man with a beautiful bride-to-be, announcing his royal engagement." The program also claimed that many visitors to Kensington Palace are drawn in by Diana's appeal, rather than the allure of the current residents. It explained, but even today, over 20 years after her death, it's still Prince Harry's mother Diana who attracts most visits to Kensington Palace. Harry will be returning to the UK next week, ahead of the unveiling of the Diana Memorial statue. He and William commissioned it in 2017 to recognise her positive impact in the United Kingdom and around the world, and are set to unveil it on what would have been Diana's 60th birthday. It will be installed at the Sunken Gardens, Diana's favourite spot, and the two brothers will give separate speeches to mark the occasion. However, the emotional unveiling is likely to be overshadowed by Harry and William's ongoing rift. The pair are said to be communicating by minimal texts as tensions continue to run high in the aftermath of Harry's royal exit and his subsequent interviews.